Hello, 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 everyone. How's everyone doing out there on today? I just want to check and make sure everything is working properly before we get started. Yeah, it's working pretty good out here. So I just wanted to make sure of that before we get started on today's series. I am so happy that you all are going to come in and see what's going on this live stream that we're doing on tonight. And I just want to say hello, hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Valerie Harris, and this is your Stepping Up and Stepping Out 8-week series, and I want to welcome you tonight to session number 6. So grab you some paper, relax, and just take you some notes and some things I will be putting up on the screen. So just be patient with me as I navigate through some of these things that we will be talking about, because we will be talking about building confidence as a leader. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to explore how to lead with clarity, building trust, and how to positively influence those around us. And guys, that can be hard, but it can be done. And I want you to know, if you're out here, you have what it takes to build that confidence, to have that clarity, and how to positively influence those that you lead. And you are some great leaders. I just want to tell you that. So pat yourself on the back. But we can always do things to show that we want to improve in all areas. Because guess what? We are not perfect, but we want to perfect so that whoever we're leading, that they have clarity of the things that we're trying to impart into them. And so tonight we will discuss why clarity is essential and leadership, and how to build trust and influence and practical communication strategies that we can enhance through our leadership. Okay. And so what I want to ask you before we dive into the 3 tips that I want to leave with you tonight, what is one area of leadership that you would like to grow in as a leader? And if you would indulge with me, type it in the chat for me. Type it in the chat. That would be great if you type that in the chat and share that with the other viewers that might come on live now or even come back later. Okay. So the first one that I want to discuss with you is the importance, why the importance of clarity in leadership, why it even matters. Because clear communication ensures that your team or your community that you're working with understands your vision and your goals. So that's why it's so very, very important. Okay. And what it does, it also reduces misunderstandings and confusion when you're trying to build that confidence in your leadership. Okay. And it's something that we have to constantly work on. And so, how to achieve the way that we achieve this clarity is by defining our goals and having priority as far as how you want to align them. And we should also want to use concise, straightforward language when we're communicating, as we're defining those goals, and prioritizing as we're doing that. I think that is very, very important. So, for you, what I would like for you to do, if you don't mind, is what is one way you could improve your clarity in your communication? Put it in the chat if you would like to help me out tonight as we're doing this and have a discussion about that. So, type yours in the chat if you don't mind. That would be great if you did that. The second thing, and I also have a presentation that I'm going to show you. So I'm just scaling it down and just giving you an outline of some of the things that we're going to be talking about. When building that trust and influence, why is that key? Why is that trust such a key to our leadership? Because trust is really the foundation of effective leadership. And without trust, our influence is impossible, because people have to trust you. You want people to trust. If you tell them you're going to do something, that you try to do it to the best of your ability. Okay. And what we have to learn to be our authentic selves and be transparent with the teams or the people that we work with as we lead them. And always follow through with your commitment. If you are committed to do something, make sure that you're going to follow through and keep a safe space for your team to be able to give you feedback and to collaborate with you, because collaboration, guys, is very, very important. And as you're doing that, we have to become active listeners and to show empathy, because everybody might not be on the same page, but we have to actively listen and show empathy so that we're able to empower others by recognizing their strengths and the strengths that they can contribute to the team. Okay, because all of us have strengths, all of us have weaknesses, but guess what? We use those strengths so that we can contribute to the team. If you feel that there are weaknesses, and we all have weaknesses, we have to practice those weaknesses, learn to develop those weaknesses, get help in those areas that we feel like we're weak in. It's okay. So, what I would like for you to do is write this down, to reflect on one way you can show trustworthiness to your team or community this week. While the people that you work with, reflect on one way that you can show trustworthiness to your team or the community that you work with. And what I would like you to do is, what is one way you have built trust with others? And share your experience in the chat if you don't mind. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. You can DM me and give it to me. But if you don't want to put it in the chat, but I would love it if you did. Okay. And then the third thing that we're going to talk about in the presentation is practical communication tips for leaders. Like I said, we have to become active listeners, focusing on understanding, not just responding. Sometimes it's best to let people talk so that you can hear what they're saying instead of trying to overtalk them, and just listen to what they're saying, to be an active listener and be specific, and try to avoid being very vague in your instructions and the feedback that you want to give to someone. And you have to adapt to your own style now, okay? Because we're all different. And so we all have different styles. So you have to consider your audiences, and you have to consider their needs and preferences, okay? And I feel like that is very, very important. So, what is one communication tip that has worked for you well as a leader? And if you don't mind, type it in the chat. That would be great if you did. Okay, so right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you my screen as we continue to discuss this, having confidence as a leader. And I want to make sure that you understand this, the three tips that I want to leave you with, because it's important that we build that confidence as a leader. And that comes over time, okay? It comes over time. So it's something that we have to always want to work on. And in this presentation, it will help you build that confidence. And this presentation will cover clarity, trust, communication, and how to scale that and to learn to lead with being authentic and achieve as you're achieving your vision, as you're working with your team. Okay. So why clarity matters in leadership? Like I said, your vision alignment. You have to have clear communication, and that ensures that everyone understands your goals. Okay. And if it seems like they don't understand your goals, you have to take the extra effort to make sure they understand by asking, do you understand what we're saying? Or do you have questions? Or do you need to meet with me later? There are ways to make sure that they understand the goals that you're setting before them so that they will have the clarity that they need. And what that does is reduces confusion. It minimizes them not being able to understand, and it builds trust in your leadership, because you want to make sure they have an open door to feel like they can come to you or email you or whatever to get clarity about what it is that you want them to do. And how to achieve this clarity. Number one, define your goals. Clearly define your goals and what are your priorities. Okay. And like I said, use language that they're going to understand. Be straightforward with them when you're communicating with them. Okay. Make sure that that is in place. And then, as we are building this trust, that trust is the foundation of the influence. Okay. Trust is the bedrock of effective leadership, because you want people to trust you. So in order for them to trust you, you have to be a trustworthy person where when you say something, you're going to do what you say you're going to do. Okay. And without that trust, that influence becomes what? It becomes impossible. Okay. And another thing, building that blocks of trustworthy leadership. There are three things: you need to be authentic, show your commitment, and have a safe space for people to feel like they can collaborate with you, and be transparent with your team. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. Be your authentic self, okay? And always with that commitment, follow through on your commitment. If you tell them you're going to do something, try to make sure you do it. If something comes up, make sure you communicate that to your team, okay? And how to gain this confidence. What did I say? We have to be what? An active listener, focusing on understanding and showing empathy. Because as you know, everybody is growing in their leadership roles. Do we always get it right? No, we might not, but we have to be our authentic selves and recognize when we didn't get it right to go back and make corrections to get it right. And by doing this, you are showing yourself to be very authentic with those that you're working with. Okay? You're showing that you're going to be very authentic with them. Okay? That is very, very, very important. And make sure they have a safe space if they need to give you feedback, that they can come in and talk to you about it. And if you're on a team and there's something that you don't understand, it's all right to talk to your leader to find out when can we talk, because I have some misunderstandings. I want some more clarity. Be authentic yourself as a team member to go to that leader if you do need more clarity about what it is that they are trying to convey to you. And also, like I said, be an active listener. Be able to recognize people's strengths as they're trying to be a contributor to the team. Then practical communication tips for leaders. This is another biggie. And there are three things here that I want to leave with you on this one. And that is active listening, focus on understanding before responding. Sometimes you have to listen before you come out and say anything. And then you have to be your authentic self and avoid being very vague with your instructions or your feedback. Okay? And be able to adapt your style to those that you are leading. Okay? That's very important. And then you need to consider your audience needs and preferences. That's the third one. Okay? And that is very, very, guys, important. And then communications impact, the cornerstone. And you have three of them. Clarity is number one. Trust is number two. And influence is number three. And so this effective communication is the foundation of impactful leadership. It fosters clarity, trust, and influence. And just think about that. Okay. And then as we recap on this, as we do a recap, it ensures that your clarity ensures that they understand and that you understand what you're even conveying to them, that is clear. Because clarity and communication ensures that your vision is understood, because you want them to understand what they're doing. And it also ensures that it's followed effectively. Okay. Even if it means extra work, it's okay, because you want to make sure that the clarity is there. And then trust and influence of being your authentic self is very key, guys, because building trust and influence, you got to be authentic. You got to be transparent and empowering your team to do the same thing, to mimic that when they're with those that they are over, or the ones that they are leading. So it has a twofold, okay? You're growing, and you're growing them, and it's a ripple effect, because those that they're leading, the same things will happen. Okay? You understand that? And so, leadership recap, communication matters. Effective communication is, like I said, the cornerstone of impactful leadership. Hone your communication skills for the best results because you want the best results when you're dealing with people. And then strategy practices, here again, clarity, the trust, the communication, those three things. Practice those things often, all the time, guys. Okay? And what I want you to do this week is choose at least one of these things that you want to put in practice that maybe you feel like you need help in or they need help in, to practice it with the team that you're working with. And that is that clarity. Which one do you want to pick? Pick one of them. Clarity, trust building, or communication. Put it in practice this week with the people that you work with, the people that you lead. Okay? And listen, Leadership Clarity Guide. I have a guide for you, but you have to go over to YouTube to download it. But I will put the link up there. You can get the link off, but if you miss the link, you can go to YouTube and you can download this information, and it will help you start leading with greater confidence today. Okay? It's something that will help you in your leadership role. So, scaling your vision. Next week's focus, we will focus on strategies for scaling your vision. We will also learn how to maintain balance. You know, I've come out here several times talking about balance. We have to be balanced in our leadership. Are we perfect as leaders? No. There's always room for improvement. And you have to identify those things that you want to improve in and do it. Okay? If you need help, you ask for help in those areas. Okay? So, building confidence, your leadership journey. Remember, leadership is a journey. So, try applying some of these strategies that I've given you by staying authentic and leading with confidence. And you will thank me in the end. Okay? So, I'm happy that you guys came out here tonight to be with me on this live stream. And I do have a summit coming up this year, and I want to bring that up on the screen before we finish this. And the summit is EmpowerHER 2005 Summit, and it's about cross-generational impact. And it's for women leaders. So if you're a woman leader, it's for you. If you're an educator, it's for you. If you're an author, or if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, it is for you. I want you to show up to this summit, and it's going to be Saturday, June 21st, 2025, from 9 to 5. And I'll be bringing you more information about that later. But I just wanted to put it out there that we will be having a good time at this summit. So you don't want to miss this powerful cross-generational summit that we will be having in June. And I look forward to seeing you and hearing from you as far as this summit is concerned. So as we go back and we think about what we were talking about, I want to make sure that the rest of this week is that you be your authentic self. Be transparent as you are empowering those that you lead to effectively communicate with each other, can be very impactful as a leader. And I want to encourage you this week to take action by picking one of the strategies that I mentioned here tonight. The first one was clarity, trust building, two, and communication. That you want to practice those with those that you lead, okay? And look, I want you to keep it real, guys, because we all have room for improvement, myself included, because I'll tell anybody, I am not perfect. But I strive to do the very best that I can when I'm leading others. And I'm so thankful that you came out to join me on this evening for this live. And like I said, I want to put up on the screen the website that you can go to download the freebie. If you came tonight, I have a freebie for you. Wait a minute. That's not the one. Let me find it. Oh, here it is. What you can do is take a picture of this link or write it down, and it's https semicolon 2 backslashes bit.ly/4k3EEC6. And if you go to that link, guess what? You will be able to download that freebie that I have for you that will help you practice on having the confidence you need as a leader. And don't let anybody intimidate you as a leader. Have that confidence that what you are trying to do to help them is valid and that it's going to benefit them, not only them, but the entire team that you're working with. Listen, all of you are great leaders, but we all sometimes have to look in the mirror at ourselves and see what we need to do to improve ourselves, because there's always room for improvement. And every week I come out here, guys, I tell you to go to that YouTube channel and subscribe to it if you haven't subscribed to it. And send it to your friends so that they can subscribe and even go back and look at some of the other series that I've done over the years. I started doing lives in 2022. And I'm going to tell you, I was shaking in my boots when I came out here. And I was tasked with doing 8 weeks. And now we are in 2025, going on 3 years that I've been doing live stream, trying to encourage, empower, and to inspire someone to step up and step out of their comfort zone. And I have several programs. If you want to get in contact with me, you can go to my website and you can sign up for a free consultation, because I have an academy. I do a one-on-one. I do group coaching, business consulting. And listen, I do a 12-month program where I can help you in your business to hone in on the things that you want to do as a business owner. You might have been slacking on stuff, or things you might not know how to do, that I can help steer you in the right direction. So make sure you come and sign up for a 30-minute free consultation, and I will be happy to sit down with you and come up with a plan that you can use to help you in your business, your life, your personal or professional life. I have what it takes to help you. I have the expertise, what it takes to help you to build your business or help you in your personal and professional life as a leader. Okay? So guys, listen, I love coming out here talking to you all. And those that might come back for the replay, I just love it when you all come out to listen to the things that I have to tell you, to encourage you to step out as a leader, to be the best leader that you can be, the best version of yourself, be your authentic self. I can't be nobody else but Dr. Val, okay? I don't try to pretend with you. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but I know what I know, and I know I can help you if you're in need of becoming a better business owner, entrepreneur, leader, author, whatever it is that you need, your personal, professional life. I can help you. I have the tools, I have the people that can help you in those areas. And look, I'm keeping it real. Listen, and I try not to keep you all out here long, but guess what? Dr. Val is about to sign out, but I will be back next week. Same time, same channel. And like I said, if you didn't get the link, you might have to go back and listen to this again. Go to my YouTube channel, because later on tonight, the link will be there for you to download the sheet, the freebie that I have out there for you to help you in you having confidence as a leader. So guess what, guys? It's time to go. I love you, but I'm getting ready to leave you. Like I said, keep it real. And Talk Down Val will see you again on next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Talk to you later.